Yes, your specific person has made up their mind, and all they want is to be with you. Isn't this wonderful? Hearing such things makes you excited, isn't it? You want it to become your reality, and you want them to make up their minds. You want them to be with you, and you are finding ways to make it happen, which is why you clicked on this video. But you don't have to worry because you will manifest it very soon. It will appear in your life, and everything will start working in your favor. All you have to do is follow this practice. You have to follow this practice every day. You have to make it a habit to follow this dominantly in your life, and then you can witness the wonders of manifestation. You might have heard about this practice, but still, many of you fail to do it because you don't know how to sustain it. The people who follow Neville Goddard's teachings term this practice living from the end, while the people who follow the law of attraction term it living as if. Both of these terms talk about the same thing. But still, many people fail to do so. The main reason behind this is sustaining this new state of being that we embody by living from the end. I will help you sustain this state, and you will get ultimate clarity by the end of this video. So, first, let us understand what this term living from the end signifies. Well, living from the end simply means living from the state of having your desires. It also means living from your desired version of reality. In simpler terms, it says that you have to live as if your desire has become your reality. Let's say you never owned a car and you had this desire to buy one. Now, you bought a car. So, how would you live now that you have a car? How would things change in your reality? How would your perceptions change? How would your thoughts change? Living from the end of having that car would look something like this. In your mind, you would be like, now that I have my car, I can travel anywhere that I want, and that too with ease. I have to look for the best insurance policies. I have to find the best workshops for my car services. Now, I can go on road trips every month. I have to keep my car clean. I can now take my friends out for a ride. I am now perceived differently by my friends and society. I don't have to wait for the Uber to arrive. I can travel easily. I have to keep my car tanks full. I am so happy that I got the best deal for my car. If you notice the above example, you would know that it does not contain any statement that indicates that you are not having that car or that you will own that car in the future. It only talks about the thoughts that would come into the mind of the person who already owns a car. Are you getting this? Do you understand this? If yes, then you are good to go. This is what living from the end looks like. But before we proceed, I want to ask you if you can think from a place of having a motorcycle. Can you think from a place owning a new house? Can you think from the point where you are on your way back from a vacation that you want to go to? If you can do all of this, congratulations. You understand the meaning of living from the end. But I want to ask you, if you can live from the end of different desires, then why is living from the end of being in a relationship hard for you? Isn't living from the end easy? But why are many of you still finding ways? You have to live from the end, that's it. I know some of you struggle with it, but this struggle will end as we reach towards the end of this video. To help you with living from the end, I am giving you some ideas that would help you achieve this state of being in a relationship. Now, living from the end of being in a relationship would look something like, I am good enough. I am loved and I am wanted. I am meeting my love this weekend. We are going on a vacation by the end of this month. I am loved and respected by my person's family. We often receive compliments that we are made for each other and we look so good together. My person calls me every day. They share everything with me and they trust me so much. They are emotionally vulnerable in front of me. They love buying gifts for me. We hug every time we meet. We are planning to take this relationship to the next level. Now, we want to live together. I am their priority. My person respects me and is lucky to have me in their life. I am lucky that I found my person, and we are in a healthy relationship. We are partners, and we are responsible for each other. Can you notice this? Does this look like you are still single? Do any of these statements convey that you want to be with them and that you don't have them yet? Just replay that particular part, and you will get the idea. You will know what living from the end of being in a relationship looks like. The example that I gave was very general. The thoughts that would come into your mind would be way different as per your previous experiences. But always remember this one thing. When you are living from the end, you don't have to think that it has not happened or is going to happen. You don't have to think about whether you want them to text you, call you, propose to you, or meet you. It should not convey that it has not happened. Also, when I see people affirming that, my specific person is begging me. My specific person cannot breathe without me. My specific person is terrible if they don't talk to me. My specific person is desperate to have me. My specific person cannot live without me. This makes me wonder, why are they having this kind of mentality? Does it even look to you like it is a healthy dynamic? Does it sound like a couple in a healthy relationship? Well, it doesn't look like that, right? The people who do this are still thinking from a state of lack, and they are just uplifting their egos. They don't want that person to be with them. They just want an ego boost. That's it, it is not love. You cannot feel love if you think in this manner. So, always think from the state of being in a healthy relationship. That is where you can experience love and acceptance. This is the key to manifesting anything that you desire. Also, have you ever wondered why you have those desires? Well, those desires appear to you because your inner man wants to have that feeling. Your inner man wants to feel what it would be like if you had it. You just have to give that feeling to your inner man. The thing you desire is a symbol for that feeling. If you desire a relationship, then it is a symbol for the feeling of being loved. If you desire money, then it is a symbol for a feeling of independence and security. If you desire a house, then it is a symbol for the feeling of safety and comfort. This is what your desires signify. Once you get to these feelings by living from the end, materialistic things appear in your reality. That is why it is highly important for you to live from the end if you really want to manifest your desire. Also, living from the end is important because creation is finished. Everything that you can imagine exists, but it is present in different realities that people often refer to as parallel realities. It is like it is present in different states of consciousness. Whenever you imagine something, whenever you live from the end, then you are entering the frequency of that reality. You can look at it as if you were tuning a radio. Those of you who were born in the age of social media would not have used a radio in your life. So, to make things clear, tuning a radio simply means adjusting the frequency of the device and matching it to the frequency of the particular channel that is playing the audio. Like a channel is playing on the frequency 102. So, you adjust the device to 102 to hear what that channel is playing. I think you are getting that clarity. But how is it related to manifestation? Well, it is very much related to it. Neville Goddard says, all that you ever have been or ever will be, in fact, all that mankind ever was or ever will be, exists now. This is what is meant by creation, and the statement that creation is finished means nothing is ever to be created. It is only to be manifested. So, all possibilities exist in this infinite universe. Whatever you want exists, and you can manifest it by tuning into the frequency of that reality. You do this by living from the end. You enter this reality when you imagine and live from the state of already having your desires. You are always thinking from a particular state of mind. Some of you are thinking that you can have something or do something. Others who have poor self-concept often think that they can't do, be, or have something that they want. So, if you want to manifest that thing, then you have to think from the state of having that thing dominantly. Those of you who do this every day and whose thoughts are dominantly diverted to this thinking state manifest what they want. If you still have a few doubts and are wondering why you are doing all of this, then I would like to inform you of that. You have certain belief systems that you accepted as true when you were a child. While growing up, you've had many experiences that led you to form these beliefs. These beliefs are like boundaries that limit you in many ways. They dictate your thinking, feelings, and actions, and that is why you think, feel, and act in a certain way. The sum total of all these beliefs is your identity. You have to shift this identity in order to bring about changes in your life. Living from the end is helping you bring about this shift in your identity. As you change your belief systems, the way you respond to your situations changes completely. You start thinking in a different manner. You start behaving, acting, and feeling differently. Like, many people have this belief that they are not good enough. Maybe in their childhood they were not treated in the right manner. They were compared a lot with their siblings or classmates, which made them think that they were not good enough. This belief makes them think about and accept certain situations, because of which they become people pleasers. Likewise, some even think that they are unimportant. Like when they were growing up, their parents were busy and never provided them with enough attention. Their parents were not there for them, and their opinions were unheard. Even when they achieved something, it went unnoticed, and this made them believe that they were unimportant, which is why they think in a certain manner and feel differently from people who had a good self-concept. But you don't have to worry, as you can change them. You accepted them once, and now you can accept another that is favorable for you. Everyone has a different approach to doing this, and that is why I am designing a course with only one intention: to assist you in changing your self-concept or shifting your identity. You can find all the tools and tips to make that shift here. My only intention behind this channel is to take you out of a state of desperation because you matter a lot, and you matter more than the thing you desire. After shifting your identity, you might get that thing or something 1,000 times better. So, start living from the end. Start changing your identity. Feel as if your desire has become your reality, and start thinking from the state of having that desire. As the end is accepted, you become totally indifferent as to possible failure, for acceptance of the end wills the means to that end. Determined imagination. Thinking from the end is the beginning of all miracles. Doing this will make you feel fulfilled. You can even try guided meditations, as they help tremendously. I have created one such meditation that has given many people results. You can check it out by clicking on the first video that now appears on the screen. Happy manifesting!